Good morning, guys. Welcome to Butte Mountain Homestead. New video, new frame of mind, a little bit more of a smile on my face. The last couple weeks have been hard. I'm not even going to fib about it. It's been hard. I haven't even wanted to be outside. But last night, I don't know what it was. I just had a little bit of a kind of a rejuvenation of spirit on the spaces. There's still a lot there as far as what's in the garden. There's a lot of loss, don't get me wrong, but I do see some things there that are promising. I do have an, I think it's a Bonide product coming today that I'm going to put on the vegetables. I think I talked about it a couple times before. Sorry, there's a quail that's yelling at me or telling his wife that I'm coming. But anyways, so today, before it gets too hot, I only have a few hours in the morning. I would have been liked to have been out here about an hour ago, but I just was enjoying my morning coffee. So anyways, I have my to-do list out here today, but in normal fashion I've squirreled, so I'm gonna work on a few different things. I'm gonna turn the camera around and I'm gonna show you what I'm working on. These are things that are still here. I'm still watering everything, so I'm going to just take care of a few things. I'm going to do a lot of cleanup because, like I said, I was in a little bit of a funk and I just didn't want to do anything. I didn't. So there's some things that need to be cleaned up. I need to pick up that chase lounger that's been over by my lawn. There's been some stuff in the garden I need to just pick up and put away. So I'm going to do some cleanup and kind of get me going back again. So I did bring some seeds to sow with the green beans pootering out. I'm going to go ahead and pull the rest of them. I'm going to leave the pole beans on in case they do happen to bounce back, especially after I treat them. That treatment should come today in the mail. So this evening I should be able to treat the pole beans, hopefully get something out of them. But I am going to re-sow bush beans. And I am going to sow, I talked about in that video, the seeds I got from Hudson Valley Seeds. And one of them was the New England pie pumpkin. There's 100 days till maturity. And I don't necessarily need them for Halloween. We live out in the middle of nowhere, so we don't get trick-or-treaters. But I do want them to be able to cube and can so I can make pumpkin pies whenever I want. We don't eat that many, but I do make some pumpkin desserts around the holidays, so I want to have canned pumpkin for that. It's not recommended that you can pumpkin puree, but you can cube pumpkin and then can that. So I will turn the camera around. I'm going to show you what I'm going to get working on because I need to. It's not even 8 o'clock in the morning and the sun's already pretty hot. So let me turn the camera around. Okay, so there's already some weeds coming up. So, and it just watered. So I'm going to go through and I'm going to pull. I'm just going to give myself a timer and I'm just going to pull what's here and then I'm going to move on to the next thing. So there's these, I have no idea what these weeds are, but I'm going to pull from this plant all the way back in here where it's been wet from being watered. But I do want to show you something I noticed the other day. My mother-in-law was up here and we were kind of assessing the damage. And she was helping me pull weeds. This will take me maybe 15 minutes to pull this, if that. But look what volunteered. I mean, this isn't even the garden. But look what volunteered. That is a tomato plant. So I'm leaving it. It gets water. So I'm going to go ahead and leave it. But I am going to pull all of these weeds that are all right here. Kind of up to where this stick is, because that's where the water goes. So wherever this has been watered this morning is what's going to get pulled. And then I will move on to the next thing. I'm going to show you what that is real quick, and then I need to get after it. So like I said, it's pretty warm already, so hang tight. Okay, another project I'm going to work on is I'm going to use this nut sedge killer. Oh, and if you hear machinery in the background, they're harvesting barley right now. So Jean's been out early this morning and checking on cows and working the grain trucks and stuff, so the combine is what you hear in the background. But I bought this nut sedge killer for the nut sedge that I have going on in the lawns, and I'll take you over there in a minute. It just happened to be right here, but I'll show you the seeds real quick. So I'm going to do the New England pie pumpkin. It's 100 days to maturity. And then these are the bush beans. They're called the Hulk. That's what I'm going to use to replant in the beds. So, and I did buy some worm castings as I'm going to use when I plant. So I'm going to show you where I'm going to put the pie pumpkin, so hang tight. So I think I had mentioned before that I didn't want to use this bed for anything like that because of the sprawling. But as long as something doesn't go over the cliff over there, if I can kind of train it to go this way, kind of like this squash, which look at that, by the way. That was one of the things that kind of lifted my spirits yesterday, was seeing that, and there is some fruit on there, but I'll show you that in a second. But if I can get the pumpkins to wander through there or wander through there, then I think I'll be okay. So, and as you can see, there were no other sunflowers that germinated. So I'm going to put the pumpkins in here. I'm going to get those weeds. And then I'll show you the little fruits that have formed. It's already watered in here this morning, so let's see, where did they go? Oh, there's one little guy right there. And, oh, they're in here. It's just squash plants are kind of pokey. So there's a couple of them in there. So those are male flowers. But then there's, I see the grasshoppers, so I'm going to get that stuff put on there tonight. But yeah, look at all those blossoms. So I'm going to get all of that done tonight. And yeah, what I did last night, and I'll show you this real quick. Now that we don't have marigolds, we now have tomato worms coming on. So I picked 4 tomato worms last night. The chickens weren't interested in them, so I just killed them. But look at that cute little guy hiding out in the leaf. Yeah, so there's tomato worms, so I need to either put in more marigolds. I do need to prune these tomatoes because I think I'll be able to recover on the tomatoes. I'm going to pull off all of the eaten ones and the scorched ones. I might need to get some more of the shade cloth because the tomatoes are even scorching on this side. So I have more jalapenos coming on. So it's not a total loss. It's not ideal for me, but it's not a total loss. Let's see. Thought I saw a pepper starting on this plant right here. This is, I think, an ancho pepper. Oh, there's some blossoms up there. So I think we'll be okay. Like I said, God will provide for us. So I just need to keep focused on that. What I did last night was I got the asparagus cut back, and then I've just been in pulling up the, I don't know what, it's like an oat grass or something. I've just been pulling that. It was actually dark last night when I was pulling. So knock on wood, we haven't seen any rattlesnakes, so I wasn't too worried about that. I did get all of the stuff that was laying in here as far as the cut back from the asparagus. I got that taken care of. And let's see, I did get this bed watered. I haven't checked to see if I see any new growth. I see some dead canes. I see grasshoppers dying, so that's good. These did get sprayed. I sprayed them with the stuff to kill grasshoppers. So, but yeah, they're dying. My zucchini plant is doing really good. And there's one of the things I did last night, but I'll show you that. There are grasshoppers in here, but I'm going to get them treated. But we've got zucchini coming on. There's lots of male flowers. Oh, there's a peekaboo frog in there. How cute. Yeah, there's male flowers, but the male flowers are what bring in the pollinators. Oh, we've got 2 zucchini coming on, so good. Hopefully they do good. So this plant is starting to get with it, so I'm going to try to keep it going. The ones over on the other side are toast, so I'm going to end up cleaning those out and using that soil. I'm going to refresh, so the soil that's in the metal things over there, I'm going to bring it over and I'm going to I'm going to just put it in where the asparagus bed is. It's needed some additional soil for a while and I just haven't done it, but I'm going to do that. I took one of the suckers from my, I think it was Amish paste. Now I can't remember. I thought I had two. Guess not. Yeah, that's from the Amish paste. So I just took one of the suckers from the Amish paste and I buried it. It's already on drip. So when I run the water in here, it already gets water. So I might as well do that. I do need to prune this cherry tomato up. That's my cherry tomato. I'm pulling that today. It didn't make it. So I'm going to go ahead and pull that today. The cucumber plants, I don't know if they're going to bounce back. They're pretty... I think I'm going to go ahead and pull those. The grasshoppers have just ate them down to the stem, so I don't think those are going to bounce back. I might put more tomato suckers in there, or I have seeds, so I'll put something in there, because like I said, I don't want to waste where it gets watered. So I'm going to pull all of this. I think I'm going to pull the cute lemon cucumbers, and then let's see, through here, if I have time today. I don't think I'm going to, but I'm going to clear all this out. Either I weed whack it back or whatever. I'm going to test to see if that Rose of Sharon is dead. It's been stripped from the grasshoppers, but I'm going to see if it's actually dead. If it is, then I will just leave it until I can pull it and replace it. Crepe myrtle's doing good. I didn't make anything mad. That's got lots of pollinators on there. So I think I lost that hawthorn plant. Not hawthorn. No, it's a hawthorn. Indian hawthorn, yes. I think I lost the mums. So I'm just leaving them because I sprayed all of this. So if it kills the grasshoppers, I'm good with that. There's one of those bright blue bees. They kind of dig holes. But here's my station of pulling the hollyhocks. Yeah, I just need to get this taken to the brush pile. I had got this all cleaned up. You can see the hollyhocks are wanting to bounce back, so that's okay. So I just need to get them watered. So yeah, I've got a lot to do today, but I don't see any new growth on the... It's only been a few days, but I'm just gonna cross my fingers. This will be a good time too to prune anything that I missed when I pruned them hard. See, these are crossing, so I'm gonna prune those. I'm gonna go through and prune off anything that's I already know is dead. And yeah, so I think it'll be okay. I mean, there is loss, of course, but it's not 100% loss. So I'm excited about that, pulling weeds. But like I said, I just need to do some cleanup and just put stuff away. You know, I've got rakes out and shovels out. I've got my, you know, I've just got to get all that stuff cleaned up. So I had taken where the tomato was, I just used that soil and covered up where the parsley was and died. So I'm going to go ahead and get after it, guys. I don't think I'm going to set everything up on time lapse, but I'll show you when I'm done. I've been pulling the marigold stuff that the grasshoppers ate. I'm going to clean out the mint. I'm just going to do a bunch of clean out and kind of get my spirits back into everything. So I will show you when I'm all done. It might end up being this evening, but I'll show you when I get going. So see you in a little bit. Okay, I've got quite a bit done. I still have a lot to go. I'm trying to hustle. I'm sweating really bad. See, I got the that cherry tomato pulled, and I made just a little small mound or a hill, and then I poked 4 holes and I put 1 pumpkin seed in each, and that's going to be, I'm going to do the pumpkins here and on the other side, and then I'm going to get after the green beans really quick because like I said, it's hot. And I knew there was another sucker plant I had picked off to plant, and I just found it on the potting bench. So I went and, because I was pruning the tomatoes off, I found another one. So I'm just going to trim it up a little bit. I buried it pretty deep, probably about, 3 or 4 inches deep. It wasn't that big of a sucker, but, and then I just went ahead and put this stake in. And I'm going to do a tomato cage. I'm going to kind of do both. That way I can, if it goes past the cage and grows up, then I can just attach it to the stake here. So, and yeah, so that's where I'm at so far. I did pull those lemon cucumbers, obviously. There's some rogue cherry tomatoes, but they're fine. Let's see. I did get some stuff picked up and put away. And like I said, I've been pruning tomatoes, picking off tomato worms. A couple green tomatoes kind of got sacrificed, so I'll fry up some fried green tomatoes for Gene for his supper tonight. Some of the tomatoes are getting scalded, so I'm going to go try to find something that I can shade those with. So I'm going to use what I have. The black over there is probably the best. I'm going to order another one of these for right now, and then I will just use what I have until another one of these comes. So, but yep, just plugging along. I think I'm going to go ahead and just take the scalded ones off. There's a lot of cat-faced ones in there, and cat-faced, like there's one right there. That means 2 blossoms or more grew together. Let's see if I have a good example. Hold on just a second. Oh, here's one. Here's a cat-faced one. So that was 1 or more blossoms fused together, and if I had to guess, I would say that was at least 1, 2, 3 blossoms for sure. So that tomato wouldn't have been really much for anything anyways. Sorry, I just realized I wasn't filming it. So yeah, that's cat-faced. So 1, 2, 3 tomatoes, if I had to guess. So, but yeah, the grasshoppers were already eating it. So in the bucket it goes. I'll give it to the chickens, see if they want it. There's a few more over there, but I kind of squirreled. Well, I didn't mean to squirrel. I picked a sucker, or clipped a sucker off, and then I wanted to get it planted. So, but I don't see, I've only seen one other tomato worm this morning. You know, it was a little guy, so I already got it. And then tonight I'll get out some more, but I need to pull some more marigolds. I pruned up that. That's that one sucker I did right in the very beginning. Those onions I don't think are going to make it. Ooh, guys, it's hot. It's hot, hot. Let's see. I did get this weeded pretty good. For some reason, those little tiny guys just did not want to come up. So, I did get that pretty good. I don't know what that is. It's a volunteer something. So, I'm going to wait till it gets a little bit bigger to see what it is. And then, if it's a weed, I will pull it. If it's a flower, then I will leave it. And then, yeah, that tomato gets free water from the runoff from this plant. So, that's where I'm at so far. I did do the nut sedge treatment. I'll show you what the nut sedge is real quick. I'm pulling weeds as I go. Yeah, I'm in pretty good spirits, so I'm kind of back. But then I'm running out of cool air. I had to really water this yesterday. Holy smokes. Those 20 and 30 mile an hour winds that we had this last week. And I couldn't water, but it just dried out the lawn so bad. I mean, look at that. Ugh. So, but that's the nut sedge. So it's like a rhizome. So if I were to, and it does grow up through the brick, but if I was to get down there and show you, it would come up in this long rhizome. So I got it doused pretty good here and right over there in the corner. And these 2 spots we've had that since we put the sod in, oh gosh, 6 years ago. It'll be 6 years in November. So, but I'm not going to worry about any of this today. I'm just going to focus on what I can. I'm going to pull those 2 weeds while I'm standing here. But yeah, I've got a little bit to do before I do need to take a break here in a second. But if I take a break, then that's about 15 minutes of not doing something. So I'm going to get these 2 weeds pulled and then get back after it, and I'll show you my progress. Okay, I got some of the soil moved over here, and I'm really dehydrated, guys, so you're going to hear me sound kind of I did a lot of cleanup. My yard, oh gosh, the cart is full, so I need to take that down this evening. I'm not doing it now. I need to do some stuff inside, but I did get some dirt put in here. I kind of braced it up with some rocks that we had because that was a high spot anyways. But I did get green beans, so I got this all cleared out, and I did get green beans sown through here. I had one of the chickens brave enough to come out and help me get grasshoppers. So hopefully they didn't get any grasshoppers that had died for eating the stuff off the roses. So cross my fingers there. And I did get this cleaned up pretty much. And then I sowed green beans down on that end. And then I'll succession sow on this end if they turn out okay. So, yeah, I'm pooped. I haven't found the other shade cloth yet. I'm going to go do that real quick. But I did get the mint and the pineapple mint cleared up. And I was just going to pull it. But then when I was working down in here, see, there's lots of new growth. See all the little tiny green? So it's wanting to come back. See all that growth? So I propped this up because it was propped up. I don't know what happened to it, but yeah, it is spearmint. And then that's the pineapple mint. And I think there's one viable little guy right there. Not sure if you can see it or not. But there's one little guy in there that's still good. Actually, there's two. So I just pruned all that back. And one of the regular times was officially toast. Not 100% sure on this one. I didn't feel like digging it out. So if it is, then I'll just reseed. The grasshoppers are eating the chives and I don't need them right now, and I have plenty if I wanted to share. So that metal container, one of them was out there. I don't know if you can see in the distance, the zucchini one's still there. I think the zucchini one's still wanting to try, so I'm going to water it some more. But I did another tomato in here, and I'm going to use that as a trellis for right now until I get another one put up. But put the tomato cage around the stake on that one. Those all got watered in. I got the citrus watered. And what I do is I use the runoff from that and that one. They kind of leak, so I put them in that enamel bucket. And then when that's full, that's what I use to water the citrus. So I do that. I do these every other day. So they get watered every other day. So let's see. Oh, I need to remember to take my green tomatoes in. Oh, and the watermelon was in that barrel. I know they don't like to be transplanted, but they still are pretty green. And this gets water every day. So I'm going to see if they'll make it. I mean, the worst is they don't. They were going to die anyways. So this way, at least they get a chance and they get watered every day. So let's see what else. I just did a lot of weed cleanup. I might need to put my pruners up. Yeah, I just did a lot of weed cleanup. There's still little bits, but holy smokes. Yeah, I got all the marigolds pulled. I think there's one left in the Amish paste bed, but I did pull the one bell pepper that was right there that wasn't doing very good, so I just went ahead and pulled it. And I think the reason is this, I have to turn this timer on. So I do turn it on every other day, but for some reason it was struggling, and where the other ones are doing okay. So not sure there. I think that's where we're at right now. I'm going to get the hollyhock garbage taken care of tonight. Hopefully get the rest of the soil put in the asparagus bed and get the cart moved down. And then that'll be it till next weekend as far as out here. So anyways, guys, I will see you back here when it's all done. So it might be tonight or might be not tomorrow night. So just hang tight. I'll be back. Hi guys, it's now evening. The wind has picked up, so hopefully you'll be able to hear me okay. I did get the organic product in the mail for the insects. It's an insect killing soap, so that means it should stick to the vine's pretty good. It's by the Safer brand. Let's see, made in the USA. It takes 2.5 ounces per gallon of water. I'm just going to use my the only container I have so far that's hasn't been used for anything else other than water is my mister that I use in the garden, and I'll just put it on a heavy stream. So, and that's a 1/2 gallon, so I'll just do 1/2 gallon at a time. But I got 2 of these and I got them off of Amazon, so if anyone's interested in it, just send me a message and I will respond back to you with the information. And so the active ingredient is potassium salts of fatty acids. Other ingredients is more than that, so who knows what the other ingredients are. I guess I could read it, but so yeah, we'll just keep an eye on. Now it says grasshoppers only on certain things, but I think a grasshopper is a grasshopper, so I don't think it matters what plant it's on. If it's on a plant that's not listed, is it not going to kill the grasshopper? That makes no sense. So it's supposed to control spider mites, which we have, thrips, which we have, grasshoppers, whiteflies, which we have. So I'm hoping this will kind of do the trick. I still don't like using anything, but I'd rather do it this way and know what I exactly put on there. So I will be researching what the other ingredients are in there, and when I put it on there and all that good stuff. So anyways, we will see how this goes. I'm going to wait for it to not be as hot. It's about 5:30 in the evening, so I'm going to work on getting the hollyhock stuff cleaned up, maybe take the trash cart down to the waste pile, and then maybe by then it's cooled down. I'm also going to turn the sprinkler on. This area right here, it's pretty dry, so I'm going to do that pretty good. The birds are sure liking the grasshoppers being on the lawn. The birds have been out there quite a bit, so I kind of like that. So anyways, I'm going to kind of get after it, and I have my these aren't Farmer's Defense, but they're kind of a Amazon knockoff, just because the hollyhocks, they really itch my skin really bad. So, and I really don't want to go put a long sleeve shirt on, so this way I can just protect the lower part of my arms. So no, I did not get matching sleeve flower tattoos, although this arm will have more flowers on it eventually, but we only like to do that in the winter time because of the sun exposure and just letting it heal before the sun does touch it. So anyways, next winter there'll be more on there. not those, but you guys have seen my arm. So anyways, that was a little side note. So I'm gonna get the sprinkler on that and get going on getting rid of the hollyhock stems and go from there. Okay, it's been a couple hours later. I took the cartfuls down to the brush pile, and then somewhere along the driveway, well, the long driveway, the brush pile's way on the other side of that tank down there, those tanks right there. I lost the pin that holds the cart to the axle, so I found the pin, but then the king pin, or that little key pin thing, was lost. So luckily Gene went down to the shop and he got one, and he got it all put back together for me. So definitely my hero there. I could have figured out with baling wire, but he got one and got it all fixed up for me. So we're back in business. But oh my gosh, you guys, this warms my heart. This gives me a little bit of pep in my step right here. Just having it just nice and tidy. Is it perfect? Heck no. But you know what? I do have a few little things to do. I still have that corner to do over there, but I can do that next Saturday and focus solely on that. And then I need to get the rest of those rose petals right over there, and just keep things watered after that. So I am going to wait a little bit, just right when the sun goes down, before I spray everything, just because I don't want that heat to, I don't know if this isn't got oil in it or not. I haven't looked at the other ingredients. But anyways, just having it just nice and tidy again just makes me feel so much better. And to see that there's still food, and that I'm using something organic to hopefully keep what food we have. So it's I'm feeling better. So it took me a couple days to pull up the bootstraps, I guess they say, and kind of get over the woes. But I mean, there is loss. Nobody wants to see loss or pest or any of that in their garden, but I'm using what's available to take care of it. So, and if not, there were local resources. So, and I still might do that. The little tomato starts I put in did not like me at all. They are wilty. So I gave them some drink of water, another one, and I'll do it in the morning too. So I am not going to spray them with any of the pesticide business. So, the organic stuff, the stuff I just got for edibles. So, and since I have it out, I don't think I did that Rose of Sharon right there because it's too close to the food. So I'll go ahead and give it a couple spritzes too. So anyways, guys, I will show that when I'm doing it. I'll maybe show a little bit of it, but I'm not going to show all of it because I'm doing all of that and all the tomatoes and everything that's edible in this garden I'm doing. So anyways, I'm a happy gal. So kind of back in business, as they say. So I will be back when the sun goes down, and I'm going to have a big old jug of water and a good old-fashioned American beer. So hang tight. I'll be back in a bit. Just passing through. It's just a regular old garden snake, guys. Very harmless. Kind of freak out though. Okay, I just realized I was filming. I was not filming. Oh my goodness. So luckily I have more to do. Goodness sakes. But so yeah, I've just been I'm almost out now. Darn, I'll have to make up some more, but I'll finish this up. I already sprayed all the front of this, but it's just a little Home Depot half-gallon sprayer. I did about 1 1/4 ounce, and then I've been trying to do under leaves. I just need to remember that I'll have to wash all this when I go to eat it. That's the bummer part. So, yep, that's the bummer part. So that's how it goes. But at least I'll be able to use an organic product. Yep, it's about done. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap this video up, guys. Thanks for hanging out with me for all the highs and lows and then some. So I'll see you on the next video. Remember to always be kind and do what makes you happy. Thanks, guys. Bye.